The Tigers hit the road for the final time in the regular season, and boy was it fun. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now. Welcome to the final regular season edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, final two regular season games of the year, both on the road, both against very tough opponents. And the Tigers' weekend went extremely well. Let's start with the game against Hofstra, a team that had won 8 games in a row. They were one of the hottest teams in the country, first place in the league, and I think you guys played maybe your most complete game of the season Thursday night against the Pride.
Yeah, I think we did. Obviously, Hofstra's had an unbelievable season. Came in first. Joe Mihalik's done a remarkable job there. It's my vote for Coach of the Year. It's hard to be picked first and come in first.
I thought it was a private ballot.
Well, no, his other guys did a great job. I mean, Dane Fisher and Mike Schraggy, great job. A lot of us, but. We played really well. I think our defense was at a high level, which it has to be against them. And then we had a tremendous effort on the offensive glass, that really allowed us to have great success. And it was, I don't know if I've ever seen a stat like nobody had more than 8 rebounds. So it wasn't like when we had Beneman and he grabbed everything like they were chocolate chip cookies coming off the backboard. This was like everybody getting them.
Yeah, it was in 24 offensive rebounds. They only had 26 total rebounds, so you almost matched them on the offensive glass. And as you mentioned, it was Brian Fobbs led the way in rebounding. And the team, just from top to bottom, did a great job.
Yeah, I think he had 8, and then Ja'Kai Doughton had 8, and a couple other guys had 8. I mean, there's a lot of guys rebounded. Even you need to. They're there. And the other thing about Hofstra is you don't want to commit live ball turnovers because they're just so efficient and explosive in the open court, and we did a pretty good job of that. But it was a great team win and a good atmosphere, and was proud of the way our guys played.
The one difference between the game where they played you down here and you playing them up there, Deshore Bowie had 35 points here at CQ. He only had 6 points on Thursday night up at Hofstra, so you guys did a tremendous job in shutting him down.
Yeah, so he's got his average against us in 2 games. He averaged 20, 21 a night. So he's a terrific player. I think, you try to make him take tough shots, and he can make tough shots. He missed some Thursday. We thought we made him take tough shots here, and he made them. It's why he's an all-conference level player. They might have 5 guys that are all-conference level players.
They might. I had the vote, and I had some of them on my list.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so you win the game against Hofstra, and now you've got a long break to what we're used to over the last few years in the CAA, because you don't play Northeastern until Sunday, so there's an extra day in there. When you looked at that and mapped it out, what did you see that you were going to try to do a little differently on the road maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably longer. By the time the ball went up, it was a bit longer than maybe I had thought. I mean, we got to move it for national TV. Any time we could play on national TV to showcase not just our men's basketball room, but athletics in our university is an absolute no-brainer. So it was great. It was a really well-played national TV game. We're fortunate to go on to win. Northeastern's good. I mean, they're really good. We didn't do much on Friday, and then we had to try to practice early Saturday morning, and it's just a hard-fought back-and-forth game. Our defense didn't carry us like it normally does, but I think we've been running good offense. We've gotten better and better on offense, and that was probably the key for us to, hanging on.
A couple of freshmen really came on for you. Charles Thompson had a great couple of minutes where he had 2 steals and 2 slam dunks in about a minute and a half in the first half. And then Jason Gibson makes 5 threes during the ball game, 5 of 6 shooting. And Nick Timberlake came up with a big basket and then getting a foul called against him and making a couple of free throws. So you really got great contribution from your freshmen yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, they're not freshmen. We need them to win, especially against the caliber of competition we're playing against. Nick coming back home, he helped us defensively. Tried to guard Jordan Rowland. That's another guy that's virtually impossible to guard. And Charles has been playing at a really high level. And what can you say about Jason? He makes us go, and he's had a really spectacular season for us. But they all were huge yesterday.
3 Tigers from Massachusetts. The head coach, Ja'Kai Dotton, and Nick Timberlake. So the crowd was probably 50-50 yesterday at Northeastern.
Ja'Kai had a couple of big baskets for us in the second half. I mean, big baskets when we were on the ropes because Northeastern was hitting us with some blows.
Almost like a home game, except our gym's nicer. Anyway, that'll do it for this edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, and we will be back later on this week to talk about the Tigers' matchup in the first round of the CAA tournament when they take on Northeastern again. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, we'd like to also thank the Green Turtle for this edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. And as always, go Tigers.